Hello everybody, welcome to Guitar Gnosis. And again, this channel is dedicated to my personal students. And if you would like to become one of my personal students, feel free to send a message, direct message me, or leave a comment. And we can connect and become collaborators in music. So for this second lesson, I decided to have warm-ups as the second lesson. So I'm always promising my students to make a video of a variety of different warm-ups that I want you to try. So here's the first one. I call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, because those are the fingers you use. And later on, we'll have a lesson dedicated to all the permutations and varieties that you can have using all 4 of your fingers in single finger combinations. So let's start with the simplest one. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and always make sure that you're on the tip of your fingers, no flat fingers like this, and always at the end of the fret, right behind that metal strip, without being on top of it, not too far away from it either. With the right hand, I always want you to go down picking and then up picking every time, so you can start with the down on every string when you change strings, and always alternate. So let's practice this simple warm-up. Now, once you're fluid and all of that can happen pretty easily for you, I wouldn't suggest really trying to do it fast or anything. I would try always first for accuracy, and then as many times in a row as you could do it. And instead of just doing it on the first fret, you can move it to the second fret, up and down, and then third fret, and so on. So that's the first one. The second warm-up is a diagonal shape, also using 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to have a weird sound, of course, but your picking is going to go down, 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 down 4 times. And then with the same strings, you're going to go a flip-flop shape and go up, 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 up with your picking. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can go up the frets that way. So this one may be a little tricky if you're just starting out on the guitar. So I would suggest going 1 real slow, and then 2 on the next string, 3, 4, and then on the same string, 1, and then going in reverse, 2, 3, 4. Have fun with that one. The next type of warm-up is kind of an endurance warm-up, but you have to learn this technique first, which is called a hammer-on, and the other is called a pull-off. So in order to do the hammer-on, you have one note already picked, and then you slap the next finger on, or whichever finger you choose, and then you make a percussive strike without picking. So you pick the first one, and then you hammer it on. And then for the pull-off, you can pick, or you can just go straight pull-off. And then for this exercise, I really encourage you to make as loud of a sound as you can, but know that if you're beginning guitar and you can't make a sound at first, that's okay. A lot of my students start off just kind of moving their fingers and you're not hearing a sound, but just the movement of this helps grow your muscles and create a movement in your fingers that will help develop speed. And we're just at this point just trying to get you some dexterity and ability to move your fingers. So this is called the trill drill, and you're going to trill a note back and forth, which means something like this. So we're going to execute this hammer on and pull off. We're going to try to go up to a minute. At first, you're not going to be able to do it unless you've been playing for a while, and you're going to kind of get an aching, sore, stinging muscle. And then try it again, right? Once you get used to it and get accustomed to it and get some endurance, then you can go for a full minute, and then we're gonna switch to another finger. So we're gonna go 1 and 3, okay? Now I don't have my amp very loud, but if I were to turn it all the way down, you probably should still hear it through the camera. Or if you're at home and you want to hear it really loud because you're just struggling, you can turn some gain on, you know, some distortion, and then that'll really make you feel better about yourself. Because then you can do it that way. So the idea is this is an endurance kind of a workout for your fingers, and it's going to burn, but your muscles will develop really nicely for this, and then you'll be able to do all these cool Van Halen style techniques. Kind of fun. So here's the idea. You're going to do fingers 1 and 2 for a minute, 1 and 3 for a minute, fingers 1 and 4 for a minute, and then you're going to do fingers 1 and 2 down and trill on finger 3 for a minute, and then finger 4 for a minute, and then 1, 2, and 3 down, and then finger 4 for a minute. Now I have to credit Gary Hoey for this exercise. When I was a young teenager learning the guitar, I found this in a guitar magazine and read the article, and it was just an immediate boost to my technique and dexterity on the guitar. So thank you, Gary Hoey, for this trill drill. Okay, up next, for this technique, you don't even need a pick. So we can put the pick away. And I'm going to zoom in. And for your fingers, you're going to put them on the middle string, the G string. You get either the G string or the D middles. And remember, we're not even going to play. This is just for the ability to move your fingers. So we're going to have all fingers down. I like to do this on the 5th fret, but any fret will work. And we're just going to start with finger 1 going back and forth like that. And do it for a minute. You know, this one's super easy. And then you're going to put all 4 back down again and do just finger 2 back and forth. Right? And then just finger 3. This one gets a little bit trickier. So, and don't get down on yourself if you've got to, you know, kind of pull and do this. Everybody's got to do that at first. Everybody has weird issues with their hands because, I mean, this isn't the most natural movement for your hand. So then you can have this back and forth. Then we're going to start doing a different combination of groups of 2. So we can have 2 going back and forth like this, and then flip-flop them like that. And then we're going to have these groups of 2, so finger 1 and finger 3, and then flip-flop them, and then finger 1 and 4, and then flip-flop them. And then this one's a tough one. Finger 2 and 3, and then flip-flop them. That one still gives me trouble. Don't like that. Finger 3 and 4, and then flip-flop them. And then we'll try this one. Finger 3 and 4, and then flip-flop that one. That one gives me the most trouble still. And I've been doing this for, I don't want to say how long, probably since 94, 95. All right, so you can call that whatever you want, flip-flop, crisscross, the spider. But I want to move into the actual spider that I was taught. So let's try it like this. So you're going to do, again, all 4 fingers, and then move 1, move the rest at the same time. Move 1, move the rest at the same time. Move 1, move the rest. Like that. Then we're going to take the second. Move the second one, and well, let me do it right. The second, then the rest. 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 Then go back to the start. Third, then the rest. 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 And then you do that with the 4th. Boom, boom. I like to talk to myself when I do it. It helps. Then you do all the combinations that you can think of. Groups of 2, like that, right? And try to keep all of them down when you don't have to move them. Then these groups of 2, boom, boom. That one's fun. That one, to me, looks the most like a spider. Then groups of the outsides, there you go. And so on. So you can create all kinds of different permutations and variations of all of these. I hope you had fun. learning these. Leave some comments and suggestions for different warm-ups. There are literally thousands and thousands of warm-ups, so I'm sure I'll keep adding different ones on. But if you have any suggestions or requests or comments, leave them down below. And I look forward to making some more lessons for you guys next time. Have a great week and keep practicing.